Since the withdrawal of the US from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP, last year, the mega trade deal has lost momentum. But the 11 remaining member countries have regrouped and are in Tokyo for 2 days of talks to push the deal ahead. They are expected to iron out technical differences on labour and intellectual property rules, but countries like Canada want the deal to include job protections. That demand remains a sticking point. But an agreement is expected to boost trade, which came in at $356 billion last year among the 11 members. After the US pulled out, Japan took a leading role in finalising an agreement. The aim now is to sign it in March. So let's get more on this now with our editor-at-large, Craig Copetas, who's in Paris for us. Craig, welcome. Can the TPP get off the ground without the US?
You mean the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership?
Oh, God, that's the one.
Not a good name for a rock and roll band.
Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Not a good name for a rock and roll band. This is, you know, I think you have to look at this in the context. Davos starts tomorrow. Macron here in France had 140 global leaders out at Versailles talking about investments here. And the TTP is bogged down. The TTP is supposed to be a community. That community is balking at agreeing here. And I think it's significant that the Canadians are balking for one reason. They're holding out to secure protection for their cultural industries, like movies and TV and music. And isn't that what Donald Trump and the Americans have been complaining about for, you know, more than a few years?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, you know, we've been talking about inequality just before you came on. And a lot of people have been blaming trade deals like the TPP and the transatlantic deal between the US and the EU, which is now almost dead. What is the mood among Europeans for this kind of new generation trade deal as they're known?
Well, the Europeans, led now by Macron, know that these trade deals are positive. But Macron, as he will be saying in Davos this week, really wants to inject some more zest appeal into how these deals are created. Where, you know, you have on the other side of this coin, you have Donald Trump, who's going to arrive talking about America, America, America. And then you have Justin Trudeau, who's kind of Macron light. He's Macron for children. One would think that he would have been making a more robust case for this trade agreement. And make no mistake about it, as I think even though China is not a part of it, when you talk about securing protection for cultural properties, digital assets, etc., the culprit in that is China. And I can remember, and so can you, because we covered that country together out of Beijing and Shanghai for years, that issue has been going on since the mid-90s.
Oh, absolutely. That issue has not gone away at all. Look, earlier this month, interestingly, the UK was looking to join the TPP after it leaves the EU, even though it's actually nowhere near the Pacific. I mean, I don't know whether they're actually planning on physically moving out there. Is this even a remote possibility?
Well, you know the old saying, you know why the sun never sets on the British Empire, as? It's because God never trusted an Englishman after dark. So I think at this point, I think at this point, the UK would like to join any club. I mean, they're certainly not a member of Europe anymore, unless there's some kind of miraculous event. Look, the UK has to be a part of these deals, but I would submit to you and our audience that most of the countries who are trying to broker these deals just don't have the sophistication to broker them correctly anymore.
No, that's a whole different issue. Craig Copetas in Paris, thank you very much indeed.